This is the Lockpicker 1969, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to the next episode of Challenge Lock Workshop. Today's interview is with Challenge Lock Picker, Georgia Jim. Say hi.
Hi, how y'all doing?
So I'm doing okay. So how long have you been picking challenge locks for?
Uh, really, since I started picking, I think it probably for 3 years at least. As soon as I got one made, I was trading them with people, and um, I usually volunteer when someone asks if anybody wants to pick their lock for their blue belt. I'll
Oh, okay.
volunteer just
Yeah.
to help participate in the community. Plus, you know, I usually do a out of the box pick for them, stuff like that. That way the mods can see it and know they did the work and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. So you go through, kind of review it and show where the points were earned, kind of.
Yeah, I'll just take gut it after picking it, and then show the pins and everything. That way they can see everything was on the up and up. Which I don't think I've just one challenge like I've seen where somebody just basically took a stock lock and just put different pins in it that were like stock pins from another lock. I've only seen one real lazy challenge lock. So
Gotcha. So how many challenge locks would you say that you've tried overall in 3 years?
probably at least 2 dozen, I would say at least.
2 dozen. Okay. So so was your first challenge lock you ever picked memorable?
Just yeah, just because I was real for whatever reason I was like really nervous because I was doing it out of the box
Mm-hmm.
and I was like a blue belt, so I was like, oh man, am I or green belt I should say. So I'm like, oh man, I'm about to get smoked. Picking this guy's lock. I'm gonna look stupid trying to do it on the. But
Yeah.
it went pretty good.
Do you remember who made
it was,
it?
yeah, it was an amateur lock picker. Me and him swap challenge locks.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. So
And,
what did you like about it?
he did a really good job. He did a 410 lotto. Just took the time, made sure he had stuff in there that was going to actually engage. Some people will just slap whatever in.
Yeah, yeah. They don't really think about the mechanics of what they're putting in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he had actually thought it out, probably picked it a few times, stuff like that. So it was pretty good.
So was there anything
For
anything you didn't like about it?
other than a 410 keyway, you used a lotto core. Other than that, but
Yeah, what was it? I'm trying to think whose lock that was. Hold on, I can find out. Freediver. He had done a replaced the core in the American lock with a 410 core. So that was interesting. Anyway. So what so did picking that or exchanging those, did that inspire you to want to pick more of them? And how did you go about finding more to pick? Did you just kind of put it out there and
yeah, I was making challenge locks at that time too. So more or less, I'd pick some and send out a bunch, and hopefully, usually if someone's picking challenge locks, they usually have more than one. They've already got a batch of them laying around.
yeah.
So they'd send me 3 or 4, and I'd send, maybe 1 or 2 that I made, and they'd send me 3 or 4 that they had laying around with theirs or something like that.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so what do you enjoy about challenge locks in general then?
When they're well done and not being lazy, I really enjoy just the I guess you'd say the creativity that goes into them. And that can be different different forms of creativity. Some people will
Themes.
really ornate and have like uh, Boner Jam from the Discord. He made one for Mr. Paradise that was fully engraved. He does like he's a tattoo artist by trade, so
Oh,
his
cool.
so his artistic skills are like through the roof. But he engraved like palm trees and waves and stuff like that on the face of the lock. It was a hard lock anyway, but I mean, it was just the amount of work he put into the presentation was nice.
The amount of artistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got guys who think up some really wild mechanisms and stuff like that, or little tricks to make the lock really hard. So
what?
Like a D-Max with his piston pins, which I haven't
Yeah.
picked D-Mac lock yet, but I'm just saying stuff like that is really nice to see.
So are those the kind of things that you love seeing or experiencing in challenge locks, or is there more to it than that?
Pretty much, I enjoy seeing something. As long as it's got some love put into it, so to speak, someone actually tried to do something with it and make it something beyond just meeting bare minimum requirements to get a belt.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just nature of the beast. When you make minimum requirements.
Yeah, when you make a requirement of something, people are going to do exactly what they have to, and that's just all they're going to do.
Yeah. Which, I mean, like I said, it's nature of the beast, but it is what it is. Like I said, I've gotten some really lazy ones, but for the most part, most people try to actually have some pride in what they do and want to make something fun, or at least challenging, you know. But
so, what kinds of things do you not like seeing or experiencing in challenge locks?
Stupid heavy springs, like
Yeah.
somebody will put like lighters, like Zippo lighter springs or something like that, or the springs that go in a tail cap of like a Schlage.
Mm-hmm.
Something where you're just like, which those are on the lighter end of the heavy ones, but you know, I've seen stuff where like people are like, oh yeah, I broke 3 picks trying to pick this. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not picking that.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm not crazy about locks that are meant to do damage to tools. That's not cool.
Yeah, I had one like that. I picked it, and thankfully didn't break anything. But I think I even told the guy in video, I was like, you're lucky I don't just throw this away.
Yeah.
But
is there a particular challenge lock that was memorable for you?
Yeah, what's his name? Land Spikey. He made a really nasty one for me. He said he made it for me to pick, and it was. It took me a good, I would say, over an hour. Well, I think my first attempt was an hour, and I gave up. And I probably put another hour or 2 in it before I popped it on video. We just attempt after attempt, and it didn't have anything crazy, and it was just really well done. And it was a good balance between hard and fun. Like it kept you engaged and wanting to pick. Some guys' stuff is just, for me, I don't know why. It's just I don't get along with their locks or the stuff they do to them. Where it's just I cannot figure them out. Like Harry Bowe's stuff, a lot of his stuff is just so hard.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I don't even know why.
I'm right there with you on that one.
But I've seen some of them gutted, and I'm like, or like it's one that I couldn't pick, and I see somebody gutted, I'm like, what was in there that was stopping me?
Exactly. I'm like, I don't understand what the hell happened there.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
yeah,
no, that can't be it. You know.
So is Land Spy Key your favorite challenge lock maker, or do you have a maker that you have picked their locks and you enjoy those quite a bit when you get your hands on them?
I do enjoy a good Den Brass challenge lock whenever I get the chance to get them.
Okay.
Land Spy Key is definitely up there with some of the best I've picked. Peace from the Discord, Peace Weapon.
Peace Weapon.
He's made some. Yeah, he's made some good ones.
Evil Scientist. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that really turns it to a labor of love. as far as stuff I don't like seeing, I don't like seeing that. I don't like seeing blown out keyways. Like, they drill out the top of the keyway or put something in the bottom of the keyway to keep you from tension and stuff like that. To me, it just screams insecurity.
Mm.
Like, if you could have made a hard lock, but you just made it hard to tension.
Yes, yeah, I've seen that, unfortunately. But all right, so I want to give you time to answer this last question. If you had advice to give challenge lock makers, what would it be?
Oh man.
Speak to that one as long as you
Make
want.
them fun.
Yeah.
Make them fun.
Yeah.
Lots of movement is fun. If you want to
Feedback.
add something, what's
Feedback.
that?
Feedback
Yeah,
is fun.
feedback. Anything, any kind of secondary mechanism that you want to put in there or modify from a existing lock. There was one floating out there. I never got a chance to pick it, but it had somebody had taken a sidebar and cut it in half, like lengthwise, like split it, so it would kind of float against each other. It float against itself as you were picking.
Okay.
And I think that one's probably still stuck on someone's desk. But
Yeah.
stuff like that. I mean, anything you do to make it interesting, unique is good. I mean, deep spools and stuff are fun, but I mean, it's just a deep false set. I mean, I hate to say it like that, sounding uppity or whatever, but
Mhm.
some stuff is depending on what level you're at picking. There, the challenge varies.
So, what do you think about themes on locks? That it has a story to it, or something along those lines, or a design that goes along with some kind of backstory to it.
I think that's really neat when guys do that. I know there was a couple of different ones. I thought there's one going around now. I think it's Seven Deadly Sins. We're getting ready to go out,
Yeah.
ship
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Anything like that. That kind of stuff's neat. I remember Pick Smith had sent me a little themed set. It was like the Master Challenge Lock Makers. It was like a Den Brass Harry Bow, and unfortunately, I can't remember the other people, but stuff like that. Little themed sets or kind of like these aren't just your entry level stuff. These are a little bit harder. Things like that. Kind of make it more fun.
Well, I'll do a little selfish promotion here myself, but I've got working on a series of locks. I've got one out there right now, and they're based on dragons and dragon lore. And the one that's out there right now, Meraxis, Lock Chuck just had it and picked it and got it on video, but he had an interesting time with it. He's going to forward that on to Lady Locks, but it's a fun. Well, I guess it depends on your perspective on what fun is, but anyways, it's all dragon lore, and there's actually hints in the lore about how to approach the lock to get past it if you really pay attention to what it says. So there's
Okay.
there's a lot there to kind of help you, but you got to pay attention. So
And be a fan.
and if you
Or
do,
being a fan helps.
yeah, well, if you are able to pick it, there are special stickers I'm giving out. That's like a Dragon Slayer, and it has the name of that lock on it. And
Okay.
so there's a limited. I plan on doing 4 locks altogether, so there'll be 4 stickers to earn if you can get them open and get them on video or get a good picture of them
Put a
open.
time limit on it, or
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping people can just hold on to them for a couple of weeks and then get it moving along. That would be great. But
yeah.
it's been out now for I think the last 4 months. It's been out there and maybe seen I think 4 or 5 pickers at this point. So
That's the thing with challenge locks. Either picking them or making them. Your
yeah,
folks will sit on them for a while.
yep.
So,
Yeah, it happens. I tried to make a logbook that kind of lays it all out. As far as when I'd like to see it back, so I can just check it and give it a going over and make sure everything is operating as intended still. So, but anyway, I thought it was a fun lock, but we'll
Oh
see.
yeah.
We'll see what the community thinks.
Yeah. I say, I mean, it's really not hard to make a fun lock, which is why it's so frustrating when you get one that's not fun.
Yeah.
Other than being, I mean, I guess it depends too on how much you like the challenge that comes with it.
Yeah.
Some stuff is just unreasonably hard, and there's certain people who'll be like, "Yeah, that's my jam," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"No,
Exactly.
that's." I mean, like I said, it's got to have a little bit of got to have a little bit of fun too. I mean,
Yeah. Of
but it's
course.
got
Of course.
yeah.
It shouldn't. It
There's
shouldn't.
a
It shouldn't have you banging your head on the desk.
at least not for that long.
No. No.
Uh, I had there was one I had picked. I have no idea where it's at now. A guy had put uh the key had it was an extra piece of metal bolted to the key, and you had when you stuck the key in, you had to lift the lever because the key pin was overset. Like a comb, it was basically a single comb pick on the key.
Huh.
And I probably spent, oh my god, so many hours trying to pick that lock, and I accidentally, out of desperation, stuck the key, stuck the a hook in it in that keyhole, that pinhole, and felt the lock start counter rotating. I'm like, what's going on? When I finally got it open, it was like I couldn't even enjoy the open because it was like that was so dirty, you know, something you would never expect.
A little trapdoor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we wrap up, is there anything you'd like to say to either challenge lock pickers out there to encourage them to get their hands on some challenge locks, or maybe some that are thinking about trying their hand at challenge locks, or anything you'd like to say to makers before we wrap up?
If you're making them, have fun, make them hard, reasonably. If you're picking them, don't tear up people's stuff. If you do tear it up, get in contact with the maker.
Yeah, get it back to them.
Shit happens. Sometimes a pin will. Like I've made one where someone broke the pins on it, and they just were like, "Yeah, it's broken." I never heard anything else. You know, that's
Yeah.
kind of shit. But you know, especially if you keep sending it on like it's a representation of someone's work.
Exactly. I'd rather get it back and fix it.
Yeah, but
Yep.
but it's, you know, I always tell people when you make a challenge lock, don't expect to ever see it again because it's just part of the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're picking them, don't be that guy that hangs on to 40 challenge locks.
And
Don't try to sell them.
Not collect them. Yeah. Yep.
They're not yours. They're
Yeah.
not trophies.
Yeah, exactly. And just because you
Well,
can't pick them doesn't mean somebody else won't enjoy picking them.
Yeah, that
Let
and,
go of your ego.
that and don't be an ass. If I know some people will like they'll sit there and pick a challenge lock off video and then they'll do it on video and just like act like that was the most simple thing they've ever picked. And it's like that's just to me it's kind of lame. It's just like you know, you practice and practice and practice to make it look easy and then blow through it. And there's some guys that are really good and who can do that, just blow through something. But I'm just saying, don't be disrespectful.
Yep.
Because someone put effort into that. So,
Yep.
other than that, that's about it for me.
Okay. All right. I appreciate you taking the time to do this interview. I know we postponed it a couple times, but that's okay. I really appreciate you taking the time with me, though.
That was no problem.
All right. With that, we'll wrap this one up. If you are a subscriber, thank you. If you are not yet a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications and all, and hit like on the video. And thanks for listening.